Journal of Golf.
So you'll be able to go to, and don't go there just yet, but probably around the 1st of October when we put out what's called the call for papers, the first round call, you'll be able to go to journalofgolf.com.
Another great .com name, journalofgolf.com. That's brilliant, John.
Well, we were very fortunate, and again, Dr. Andrew Tiger, Southeastern Oklahoma State University, will be the editor-in-chief. Pleased to have him on board. We're assembling several other folks to be on the editorial board, and we think we're going to have something good there. Something
well,
really
if a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family out of the house, John, what's the best phone number for someone? I know you said registration's not till September 1st. It's very reasonably priced for the 3-day event.
That's right.
If someone wants to learn more about it, what's the best phone number? And, of course, I guess they can go to MyrtleBeachGolfConference.com.
They can go to MyrtleBeachGolfConference.com. There you'll find my email address, and you'll also find my office number. You can call me directly at Coastal Carolina University. My number is 843 area code 349-2552.
843-349-2552. Very easy to remember that. We want to talk a little bit about the tournament itself on the 15th. That's going to be a tremendous day. And, of course, the idea of raising some funds that day and even donating some funds that day. What's the push behind that? What
I've done is I have worked with the Coastal Carolina Educational Foundation.
Great.
We're set up so that we're going to have various avenues for people to be able to sponsor, and they can write a check directly to the Coastal Educational Foundation. And those monies, those sponsorship dollars will be going to PGM program scholarships. So students at Coastal Carolina will benefit from the scholarship money that's donated for whole sponsorships. And so we've about got that worked out. The folks in the advancement office were very kind and quite helpful. So we should have that worked out by the time registration pops up on September the 1st.
Let's just break down simply, and I know you put on lots of conferences, John, but for viewers who may want to attend, who should attend? Who in our viewing area should attend? Who should be there on Thursday and Friday, and ultimately for the golf tournament on Saturday? And how about if they're not really golfers? Could they still come out and be a part of the event?
They certainly can. Anybody that's in Myrtle Beach that enjoys golf, that watches golf on television, should come. It's going to be very different from what you see on the Golf Channel or televised golf tournaments. We're going to be talking about, well, how can we deliver a better round of golf? How can we make golfers enjoy the experience that they have more? We're going to talk about conservation, and you know, a green approach, no pun intended, but a green approach to golf course management is very, very important in these days when there are terms like global warming and global dimming going around. We've got to really manage our resources wisely.
Yes.
I know Craig Schreiner is going to talk about how he can take a course and he will look at the original design from the original architect.
Right.
And a lot of courses apparently were redesigned in the 60s and 70s, and they strayed away from their original designs. When he goes, he does a lot of restoration, and he'll also do a lot of work in terms of drainage so that they can really take advantage of all the water and all the moisture that comes in, and they're not having to use so much from the city water supply, which is very important.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, over in England, golf courses were originally built as buffers between factories and people where they lived.
I didn't know that.
That's right. And over there, golf courses, most of them are municipal. Most of them receive state and city funds.
Right.
They're municipal, but they're great courses. And I mean, we have one. We just played the U.S. Open this year on a municipal course, Torrey Pines, out in San Diego.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a municipal course, not even just a public, but it's open for it. They encourage everybody in town to play, and courses like that have been redesigned so that they have more of a bent toward conservation of resources, using less and producing more. And so anybody that's interested in golf, we're not just interested in how to swing, how to lower our score. We're also interested in the game, the course, and just everything about it. It's an entire culture of golf, and that's what we'll be talking about for 2 days. I know I'm going to have fun.
You mentioned Craig Schreiner, a great name. Also, we mentioned Dalton Floyd, a nationwide renowned attorney in golf issues.
Exactly.
Craig Schreiner, for viewers who aren't familiar with him, his background is
he's a golf course architect, and he just redesigned the greens on the South Course at Firestone, where they just had the World Golf Championship Bridgestone Invitational about 3 weeks ago. He redesigned those greens, and he just did a redesign of Pine Lakes International for Birds and Chapin.
Sure.
So, and apparently he's done a wonderful job. I can't wait to get out there and play the course.
Oh, yeah, very definitely.
Oh, and by the way, I'm going to mention something to you, speaking of playing golf on the Grand Strand.
Please,
I
John.
read the funniest new column on golf, and it was in the Myrtle Beach Herald. Greg, can you tell us about that?
Absolutely. Doug Kelly's column. That's his second one. It's in this week's Herald, and folks need to get it out. Doug on golf, I believe, or they can go online to myrtlebeachherald.com. If they're not reading the internet column, they need to go ahead and click on the golf link there and check that out. There'll also soon be a link to myrtlebeachgolfconference.com from the site. I think some other opportunities golf-related here in the area that we sure want to drive home traffic through. But myrtlebeachherald.com's got tremendous information there, and the ability to go ahead and piggyback on that for some of our great columnists. And also, many of them are not syndicated but recognized in a lot of heralds around the country. Great heralds, the Orlando Herald. I think I saw you've gotten some press up at the Detroit Herald.
And especially the Iowa City Herald.
IowaCityHerald.com. If viewers go online and check out OrlandoHerald.com or Palm Springs Herald, another great golf capital, and hopefully they'll begin to see other great columnists like Doug and yourself populating throughout the country. We're very excited about that.
Now, Greg, I got one question. Am I the first guest that's ever turned it around and interviewed you for a minute?
You're not.
I'm not.
You're not.
Gosh,
I think
I thought
actually
I was
we had Donald Smith may have done that at one time. I'm trying to think. I know there's some folks who've yearned to do that, John. Absolutely. Maria Elias Williams has talked many times about coming on the show to try to do that, but that's a tough thing to do.
So Donald and I did turn the tables
My
at least a
father
minute.
had tried to do that at one
he
time, I'm afraid. He tried to flip it on that. I can't remember who else. Luke Everett, maybe, my younger brother, John, who you, of course, did a great piece on sixplates.com, and there are sixplates.blogspot.com.
Sixplacewinebar.com.
Sixplacewinebar.com. That's exactly right. They're getting ready to relaunch sixplates.com, which is very exciting. You know, there's so many things that go into putting on a golf conference or putting on any conference. And, of course, this has become old hat to you. The last time you were with us, you were promoting the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Conference, which I think is even changing its name going forward. The second annual is coming up. I believe the third annual
Computer Security
Conference 2009 will be coming up in the not-too-distant future. What is the future of putting on these conferences, John? And, of course, you picked Myrtle Beach here. There's probably places throughout the country, even worldwide, that you could put on golf conferences and computer security conferences and Scholarship of Teaching and Learning conferences.
Well, people just love Myrtle Beach. I know I always wanted to live here growing up, and I was very fortunate that Steve Shield out at Coastal Carolina gave me a chance and hired me 7.5 years ago, still here. And by the way, since you mentioned those two other conferences, can I get in just a quick plug for...
Quick plug. We just got a couple of minutes.
Quick plug. First of all, Computer Security Conference program chair for next year is John Kibler of ASET in Charleston.
Great.
John was just out at Black Hat DEF CON, a major security conference out in Las Vegas, and he is, I'm going to get it finalized next week, but it looks like Johnny Long, who's a well-known speaker and computer security expert, is thinking about coming here to be our keynote speaker for the security conference.
Right? How exciting.
And Dixie Goswami from Clemson University, she's a Strom Thurmond Fellow. She is attributed with an article called Writing Across the Curriculum, which is a very famous thing. She's agreed to be the keynote speaker for the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning Conference, which will also be coupled with the Teaching Excellence Conference. So there'll be several, and we're also looking at adding, actually several people have come to me about even adding on to that last week. A couple of universities are looking at having some things, and they'd like to just bundle those. So it looks like our education conference here is going to get bigger. It looks like the Computer Security Conference, we're growing. We've got some great people.
Third annual. Unbelievable, John.
ComputerSecurityConference.com.
And the student support is really wrapped around it. The faculty support is wrapped around it. The administration is wrapped around it. And an area of folks wanting to get involved, sponsors and otherwise, seeing international companies like IBM send folks in, seeing local companies like HTC send folks in, and to see area hospitals send in their technology officers is a big, big testament to the support and recognition of a great conference. If it's put on right, you're going to get the right people to attend it.
Yes, we are, and I really appreciate everyone in the community, the Coastal Carolina community, the Myrtle Beach community, and just the academic community at large that have helped make these conferences the success that they've been, and we see them growing. And as Myrtle Beach grows, it's going to become one of the largest, if not the largest, cities in South Carolina.
Right.
Yes, we're known for the beach. Yes, we're known for golf. We're also becoming known for academics. The School of Business just made the Princeton Review.
Great.
We've got our MBA program, which is AACSB accredited.
Right.
I teach in that program. I'll send in a plug for there.
I love it.
So we've got a good university, we've got a good community, and a good academic community. So I believe that conferences are going to be here to stay in beautiful sunny Myrtle Beach.
Good words, John. Sorry, we've run out of time. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. Good, happy Monday.
Thank you.
Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Dr. John Stamey, the General Chair for the first annual Myrtle Beach Golf Conference, coming up next. If you've always wanted to get a little academic but you didn't know how, this is your chance. The first annual Myrtle Beach Golf Conference is around the bend, mid-November. We're talking about it's coming up fast, literally 90 days away, but you got to take the time to go online and learn more about the conference. MyrtleBeachGolfConference.com has tremendous information. And, of course, it also opens up registration opportunities September 1st. You heard John talk about it. Secure registration. You can pay online. Very reasonable. This thing is a dirt cheap event. Almost $100 a day, $325 for the 3-day event, 2 days of seminars, of featured speakers, of conference speakers, celebrity speakers, essentially, honoring some other special folks in the area, and then the big day of the tournament. The big day of the tournament on the 15th. Take the time. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can be involved November 13th, 14th, and 15th. Don't pass up the chance to get involved with the Myrtle Beach Golf Conference, the first annual here in the area. It's a real opportunity, and John Stamey is very easy to reach, 843-349-2552. If you've got any questions, you know somebody who could be involved or want to learn more about it, give them a call or go online to MyrtleBeachGolfConference.com. Dr. Stamey,
thanks
so much for being with us early this Monday morning.